So Kyren Wilson begins his quest for the Scottish Open title. Of course, he's won the Northern Ireland Open, and it's worth saying right out the gate that there's the Bet Victor European Series, which encompasses the 4 home nations events. Whoever finishes top gets 150,000 bonus. He's currently second by about 4,000 behind Neil Robertson, obviously the
world champion. Goes all over the place, promotes the game. And he seems to be getting better to me. Really does. As of course. Yeah, great shot. Very solid in his technique. Likes to...
Centuries for the season, 32. Judd Trump on 46.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he's interested in, lifting that trophy.
4.
Need to go into them hard, just bring a few into play. I don't know if... But very awkward cueing. And very difficult to control where the white's going to finish. But he's done well. If it slows down. And that hasn't
17.
Quite gone to plan. Oh, well,
18.
I don't think he played that.
On this brown.
Yeah, it's not just the fluke that you get, it's the balls that your opponent could have got had the fluke not happened. Didn't play the floor to the baulk cushion, but now every chance of making a big break here.
23.
Very good at that type of shot. It helps to keep the break going.
29. 37.
Well, already, like a lot of world champions before him, always seem to set off well, have a good start.
Yes, it's a sign of good.
Well, tie the two reds up that are closest together.
In the frame here. The fluke clearly was a big help along the way.
$59.
Yeah, the next red is not quite so simple unless one of the reds goes to this right corner. Just needs a red. Yeah, the game's still alive.
64.
Might feel he's a little unlucky not to have landed on a red there, but of course he did have the, the fluke earlier, so maybe it's balanced itself out.
Yeah, nice shot. Such a difficult shot, and he needs a big colour. No attempt at the pot. Yeah, he was 3-0 down, David Grace, but he played ever so well to level things up at 3-all. So he might take some confidence from that. But that...
enough that, I mean, the fluke actually pushed those two balls together to create that big target to snooker behind. And if he misses it, which he has done, he now needs a snooker himself.
Wilson 4.
Yeah, just caught it a little too thick. He was attempting to get in behind the yellow and pink. Absolutely sure.
One.
Well, he's looked good, 64, but come out in his usual authoritative way. He's prepared properly. He's feeling good about being here. And we'd love to.
Seven.
Just world champion, you know, for the rest of the year. And in due course, Joe will be talking about the Crucible curse and all that. It'll be coming around the corner, won't it?
But first things first, as you say, try and get another ranking event and go into the
50.
World Championship full of confidence.
Yeah, the curse, but it's become known as that. No first-time champion has defended the title at the Crucible. Luca Purcell was beaten on day one last year.
$23.
Balls here. Not going to bash them around. You can sit and watch me.
31.
Right in that chair. And that's why he played a good safety shot the last time round. He didn't want his opponent to pot a few balls, get the feeling.
38. $41. 45. 50.
Yeah, of course, Stephen Hendry's name is on this trophy at the Scottish Open. Wilson has already got the Alex Higgins trophy on the mantelpiece.
56.
Oh, what about that for a shot? On that reverse side. Great frame. Kyren Wilson.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Just completely dominant. Kyren Wilson breaks of 64 and 63, off and running, leading 1-0. Kyren Wilson dominating the opening frame, breaks of 64 and 63 against David Grace. He's ranked 66. So to keep his tour card at the end of the season after the World Championship, he needs to be in the top 64. So every point, literally every point he can get, is going to be vital. He has qualified, so he's on ranking points for this event. He beat Ash Carty 4-1 to qualify, but clearly you're only really going to go up the deeper you're going in a tournament.
Yeah, not the best draw in the world, is it? Playing the man in form as well. He's made 32 century breaks this season. That tells you how good his form is. Yeah, not the best.
Eight.
And that's opened all the game up.
9.
This is now a frame.
About so highly because, you know, it's not just potting a ball with the rest, it's what you do with the white as well. He's opened the frame up and he's just exuding this great air of confidence already.
14.
Anything about snooker, you'd say this guy's a top player.
15. 22. 23. 31.
Didn't quite. Maybe got the cannon a little thick. So this is a tough one. Even for world champions, that was tough.
Kyren Wilson.
Didn't hold back. And now, a really good chance for David.
Yes, the first chance he's had, really, in this match.
One.
It's a big for him. He's got a couple of qualifiers after this, the German Masters and the World Open, which will go a long way to deciding how much snooker he's got to play in the next couple of months, and indeed how likely he is to stay on the tour.
Nine.
And now, well, he'll be kicking himself. There's no doubt about that. That was a great opportunity.
David Grace.
Clever shot he's played there, Kyren. But neither of them are easy. Well, that's a cracker. That really is a beauty. I think it was the first snooker centre. The rest had been kind of billiard halls before that, but the Northern Snooker Centre was the first. Great school of players play that.
9.
All the players have good practice partners. Played it nicely, coming around the two cushions for this red.
Thirteen.
14. Doesn't play under the TV light. Does he seems to raise his game. As I say, the last time that they played.
19.
Wow, it's important. I decided to play for the pink, and that's okay. Yeah, just a little nudge on the reds. They get to the two reds. He's missed it, and that's just trying to hold for the reds. He wasn't ideal on the pink. He should.
Kyren Wilson knows psychologically it would be big to take advantage here.
Yes, David. He knows he should have won that frame, David. And he might still win the frame, but it's not in his hands anymore.
Two chances there, and the second one, as I say, was starting to cue nicely.
7.
Just a little bit more difficult, this. He's played it well, though.
The blue for 2-0.
14.
And as I say, it's going to hurt.
17. 21.
The pink on that top angle, because they expected just to drop in slightly, but it doesn't on these match tables.
Over it because it's cost him the frame. And it's a short match, this. Kyren Wilson already halfway to victory. It's a big moment, that. Looked poised to level up, but Kyren Wilson grabbed the chance with both hands, and he leads here in Edinburgh by 2 frames to 0.
Take forward this. Can he just drop it in and miss that red? Now, chance to open these reds up and in red.
Fine.
Well, I expected him to have a lot of bottom on the cue ball, screw into the cushion with reverse side going up for one of the ball colours or the blue. Another very attacking shot because he could play the safety off the pack of the reds. He's playing a very attacking game so far, Kyren Wilson. Yeah.
In terms of the other matches, Jack Lisowski 2-0 up on Jordan Brown. Nopin Sengom, he was runner-up to Gary Wilson last year. Oh, another long red flies in.
It's just unbelievable how many of those he knocks in. And that's a good shot. Is he on one? The one below the black definitely goes and would go. Looking at the reds there. What a shot that was.
6.
These two reds there, just a little touch. Well, that's too much of a touch. But he's still on one. can use the extended spider. Very awkward cueing. Yeah, well played.
Yeah, and well extracted as well. We've seen fouls before now.
Yeah, another very delicate little shot.
Twenty-two.
Red to play for to get to a colour. So it looks like a safety.
Kyren Wilson, 29.
Yeah, determined not to.
Yeah, just got to be careful here not to push a red over the right corner. Better to catch this too thin than too thick, and that's what he's done. He's pushed it towards the corner and it's gone in. I think it was a slight raise of the hand.
Good grace. 1.
Gonna try and rest up to the red here. Looks a bit heavy. Oh, he's played that well though. He's left a chance. Now top angle again. Maybe the tape. No mistake there though. So another chance.
Yeah, I mean, a few top players as we're titles right now. And also there is that Bet Victor bonus in the background. As I say, whoever finishes top of the order of merit after the Welsh gets 150,000 tonight against Fang Zhengyi.
Previously, it wasn't an easy shot to the middle, but he missed it by quite a distance. Another delightful little.
20.
Lots of right-hand side on the cue ball there to check it back. Black, just the black.
Yeah, he's playing seriously well. But I think what you've got to admire and respect is just the determination he gives every frame of every match, whether it's round one, it's the world final, it doesn't matter. He's got that same intensity, that same commitment.
36.
He's been a terrific world champion for the sport because he's been visible.
43.
Visible on the table, but also off the table. He's been doing his bit.
44. $51.
So we were here, of course, in Belfast. David Grace was a decider, but he's going to have to make the most, you feel, of every chance he gets from here on in. And he's had a few this afternoon, certainly in frame two. That was so far the big one, clearly.
58. 60.
How easy does he make it look with the rest? That was a difficult shot that he's played there. Screwing to the side cushion with check side on cue ball.
63.
Well, here's a little bit of fancy stuff.
67. $72.
Well, the way it's going, what David Grace wants for Christmas is not to draw Kyren Wilson in the next tournament, because 3 times this year he's played him and been beaten by him. This could be number 4 coming up. Wilson's looking very, very good indeed. 72, the latest break. And he's 1 away from victory, leading 3-0. But it's got to start here. Grace had a good chance in frame 2. Not much of a look in the other 2, really. You see there's a Mark Selby fan there in the front row, and it might not be too long till they see the 4 times world champion. He's up against Stuart Carrington in our second match.
Up here, he could play safe off the loose red for sure, but if he can open the reds up, play a good safety, that really puts David under pressure, and that's just what he's done. And it's a good safety, may even be a snooker. Heads a fraction harder and he'd have been in deep trouble. And that puts David Grace in charge of the safety. No, it's never in. Oh, where's this going to finish? So, but if he gets on it, he's got a great chance.
Well,
yeah, there's a lot of pressure on that shot. A lot of pressure. Now, he's in Kyren's hands.
One.
Well, for a moment there, I thought he'd caught that near knuckle and he was going to stay out. And you'd expect him to score here heavily.
Yes, he's had 3 half centuries in the match already. Determined to enjoy another good week.
$15.
Opponent by any means, but I think at the moment you don't really want to draw Kyren Wilson.
Yeah, and I don't think Kyren's bothered who he plays.
So, like I say, if you didn't know, you know, who was who in the game, I think we just looked at him, looked at his body language. You would be aware that he's someone who's had success.
23.
Where Stephen Maguire really, really struggled, lost 6-0. Had a cue that I suspect he's not using now. because he didn't.
$31. $39.
Well, took the opportunity to go into them, and that red. And now you feel the worst for David Grace.
45.
Are harder than others, and this is about as tough as it gets now, playing Wilson. Just 52 minutes. Remarkably, he won't be the first to win because Jack Lizette.
And the pink will
59.
pot to this left corner pocket. The more difficult black does. Well, what a performance, Kyren Wilson.
66.
Yes, he stamped his authority on it
67.
right from the off, didn't he? That first visit really made another break there, 63. Second frame was big. David Grace missed that pink when he looked like he would level up. And since then, it's been traffic of 72,
74.
whatever this break ends up as. It's going to take Wilson through in under an hour.
75.
It's already been the most successful year of his life, but he's not content to rest on his laurels. And I'm afraid it's the same result as it was at the English and Northern Ireland Opens.
83.
Kyren Wilson has beaten him.
Yep, and all that remains is it going to be number 33?
$91.
The smart money is on yes, I think.
99.
Well, great way to close last 32 match. The black then to end with the century. Yeah, in every area he was strong.
106.
Finishes on 95% pot success.
108.
Just sending a message to everyone else that he's still up. He worked so hard to become world champion, and he's worked so hard to
108. Frame of the match.
keep that aura that world champions so often have. They can lose it sometimes, but he hasn't. He's been superb since the Crucible. He's looking to win his third title this season, and in just 56 minutes, he's defeated David Grace by 4 frames to 0. Kyren Wilson finishing off with a break of 108 to reach the last 32 of the Scottish Open.